I have to laugh about Monday night. And the reason there were so many nights, let alone at Qualcomm Stadium or San Diego, Jack Murphy Stadium, whatever you want to call it. But even in the early years of Petco Park, I would be working on Monday night and you'd get the attendance and they'd say, well, there's 17,000. Well, there's no way there's 17,000 on a Monday night against the Colorado Rockies. And now I look, it doesn't matter who they play. The Padres sell out. They got what 29 sellouts now. It's like ridiculous. The other night, Monday night, they had 45,678, and I realize it's the Dodgers, but that's still an amazing effort. Padres lost a heartbreaker 8-7 in 10 innings. They got outplayed that night. They really didn't play well. They were out hit 12-7. They committed 2 errors. Manny and Wade got all screwed up on that high fly ball, and it ended up landing in the infield when it should have been an easy out. Padres were only 3 of 14 with runners in scoring position. Monday night, Dodgers were 5 of 13. Dodgers able to push across those 2 runs in the 10th inning. Jackson Merrill an RBI double with 1 out in the 10th, and Gavin Sheets popped out to third. Bogarts easy fly ball to center field. Game over. Everybody's talking about Manny striking out on that high pitch, and you know what? It was a borderline call. It could have gone either way. I think it was probably more a ball than it was a strike. I give Mike Estabrook a lot of credit because most umpires, when Manny got in his face, even though the game was probably going to be over fairly quickly, they'd have got the old heave ho. He stood there. He didn't rip his mask off and still yelling at Manny or yelling at Schilt. He kept his mask on, and he took a little heat. Okay, but I give him credit. If he blew the call, he blew the call. It wasn't going to say, okay, well, we're going to do a do-over, or no, it's ball 4. You can go to first base. He probably realized it was borderline. He maybe was a little hesitant about calling it strike 3 on the star of the Padres, but it told me that maybe he thought he made a mistake because he took heat, because most umpires would have tossed him as soon as he walked back towards him. He'd have got the old heave-ho. And it might have only been for a couple of outs, or who knows, they may have played into the 11th inning. You don't know. Nick Pivetta was not very good on Monday night. Now there was Dustin May, but the thing about Dustin May was able to go that extra inning to where the Dodgers didn't have to exploit their bullpen quite as much. Padres used 6 relievers Monday night, and they're very lucky on Tuesday night. Dylan Cease went 7 innings and pitched great, was outstanding. But Dustin May went 5, and then Dave Roberts was able to, piece it together with Anthony Banda for a couple, Vesia for an inning, Kirby Yates, who just came off the DL Sunday, pitched in back-to-back games, and then Tanner Scott finished it up, picked up his 12th save. Padres that night, nothing particular that they did offensively that was, really eye-popping other than Manny continuing to hit. He had 2 hits that night. Everybody else pretty anemic for the most part. And the Dodgers, they do what they're doing. I mean, Freddie Freeman, 3 for 5, a double. His 21st of the year already. My God. Shohei, they've done a pretty good job. He had a double on Monday night, but they've kept him under wraps so far. Mookie Betts was 1 for 5 with a run scored. So the Dodgers get game 1. Then last night, and you didn't know how this was going to go. You knew Dylan Cease was due, and Bob Scan. I've been talking to Scan lately, and he's getting closer. He goes, his bullpens have been pretty good, and Bob sees a lot. Bob's a worker, by the way. Bob is one guy that is always working. When he goes out to the ballpark, know that he's working on behalf of you fans out there to get you good quality information. But he's out there all the time, and he knows what's going on. The guy spent parts of 9 different seasons in the big leagues, and he pitched professionally for 20 years. So, I mean, he finds out information very easily by his eyes. He knows what's going on. And he told me, hey, Dylan Cease is getting closer. He goes, he's about ready to bust out. Well, last night he busted out. He was absolutely outstanding last night. 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts. He had that 1 inning, he walked 3 in a row. But he got out of it, got out of a bases loaded jam. And then David Morgan finished it up 2 innings, 3 hits, gave up that 1 run, couple of walks, and a strikeout, but saved the bullpen. But Dave Roberts he knew he started Lou Trevino. And Trevino got into a jam in the first. He got out of it, and then they brought in Matt Sauer, who had just flown in from Oklahoma City. And I'm sure Matt Sauer is probably already on a plane back to Oklahoma City or wherever Oklahoma City's playing. He took one for the Paw Club in a big way last night. Matt Sauer, check out these numbers. And his ERA now is only 5.68, but he went 4 2/3 last night. Gave up 13 hits, 9 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, and gave up a homer to Martin Maldonado. I mean, that's what you needed out of him, because once it got to be about 5 or 6-0, Dave Robert, he didn't even have anybody warming up in the bullpen. And then they bring in Kike Hernandez with 2 outs in the 6th. He's got his little helmet on that he wears, and he goes out there with 2 outs in the 6th and throws the final 2 in the 3rd innings. And how about his numbers? He went 2 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and 2 walks. And he's throwing 50, 51. I think he cranked one up he tried to quick pitch Maldonado at 60. And Dave Roberts, I watched his press conference. He goes, hey, we still got a chance to win a series. And they got all their big guys ready to go for the afternoon game today, and so do the Padres. This is going to be a great game. And you got 2 pitchers that you don't know what you're getting out of. I mean, Randy Vasquez last game, walked 4, couldn't finish the 5th inning. He has bouts of wildness, we know, but when he's on and not trying to do too much, he's pretty good. Justin Robleski, who's going to be pitching today, 1-2 with a 7+ ERA. But Dave Roberts has got Ben Casparius. He's got Jake Dreyer. I mean, he got all kinds of guys down there today. He's going to go for the win today. He sacrificed last night's game. Hey, if the Dodgers are down 5-6-0 in the 5th inning, that's nothing. They can explode on you at any time. I've seen it time and time again. They'll be meandering through, and all of a sudden, the 7th, 8th, 9th inning, man, they're a different team. So today's game at 110 is going to be really interesting. But, staying with last night, you had Luis Arraez. A lot of people were getting on him about the other night in the 9th inning, swinging at the first pitch, not giving Fernando an opportunity to steal second base. Whatever. And it wasn't a hit and run. It wasn't a run and hit. Okay, somebody said, yes, well, maybe they should hit and run. You're not going to hit and run with 2 outs, because a hit and run, you got to swing at anything. It could be bouncing, you got to swing at it. Okay, and you put it in play, you might only get the guy at second, but with 2 outs, guy throws you out at first, the inning's over. So, I mean, he saw a pitch and just didn't get it. So they ended up going to the 10th and getting beat. But Arraez last night, 3 for 4. He had his 14th and 15th doubles of the year. He scored 4 runs and drove in a run last night. Manny, another big night. 3 for 5, 5 RBIs, got 39 now, a run scored. He's having a hell of a year. And he made a great play last night, going to his left and hitting the ground and coming up and throwing. He's got 11 errors, but, man, he's still making some great plays down there. Jackson Merrill, good to see him have a 2 for 4 night. Bogarts, I think he got 2 of his 3 hits off of Kike Hernandez, but who cares? And what I mean by that, when you're a hitter struggling, and he's struggling, man, he was down to 229. He was struggling big time. When you start seeing that ball hit the grass, it gives you a little bit of confidence. And, maybe that'll get him going. I'm hoping so. He's hitting 240, and Cronenworth, 1 for 4 and a walk, he's hitting 237. They're getting nothing out of Cronenworth right now. They got to get something from the bottom of the lineup. Last night, Cronenworth's hitting 7th. And then you got Tyler Wade, 0 for 4. Martin Maldonado, we know, not going to give you a whole lot. He's hitting 189. He had a 2 for 4 game last night, his 3rd homer and his 6th RBI of the year. Bottom third has to be better. But today's going to be an interesting game because both teams are off tomorrow, so you can roll the dice. I mean, Padres may throw, who knows? I mean, if Vasquez ain't on his game, he may be there 3 innings, and they'll go to the bullpen. Everybody will get an inning. And same thing with Dave Roberts. He's not going to leave Robleski in there forever to get beat up. And he also gives up the long ball. So give me your thoughts on the ball game last night.